Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration continues. We've got a great one for you. Between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. This weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Xavier Smith bringing this back. And he doesn't get very far, just beyond the 5-yard line.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They'll run here with Blake Corum. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They put a receiver in motion right. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That's complete. McCool on the left side. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! More momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
1st down now. Ball at the 33. A give to Corum. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. He throws a bullet to the center, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Panthers have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's 1st series. Well, in case they hadn't paid attention in the narrative this week, Brock, let that be their final reminder. This is the league's #1 defense they're facing this time.
Yeah, these guys got to the stadium early. You're number one. You're playing with confidence. You're playing with juice. And you're playing to take the ball away.
Blast through midfield. Inside the 30. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal.
Yellow, 43. Hut, hut.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there?
He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively. And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Here's Smith on the return. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground, Corum. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll stick with Corum. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Cake. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Trying for it with Stafford. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. Right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Rams, 1st down.
They're going to run on 1st down with Corum. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Setting up the screen here for Corum. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Play action now for Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Catch made right side by Nacua. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. The Panthers have taken the early lead. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're facing 4th down. They're leaving the offense out there. Nacua here. He's got it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 21 yards and the 1st. What a call to go for it there on 4.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They give up the middle to Corum. It's a solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs turning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
On the move, headed right. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. Momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
Good pass, right side, complete. That is an LA touchdown. The Rams tie and can take the lead here in the second. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Harrison Mevis on to try to point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Rams take the lead on that successful kick. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Jimmy Horn here on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. And he manages to find a little traction on that surge field as he fights forward for a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Ready?
Young working from the gun. McMillan on the slant. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. And he's going to have this up and across midfield corner to the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's ready.
Off the play fake, it's Young. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. Check. Hut.
1st and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. It's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On the counter, Dowdle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium, though. Stick around. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready. Hut.
Out of the gun, Young. Blows caught. And this is going to get him right up near that first down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7. 3rd down. Running for it here with Hubbard. He's going to be short of that goal line, bro, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Now Young. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers get some late points and the lead. good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. First call here coming from the shotgun. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 24 yards on that one. And the Rams have the first down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
250.
On the handoff, it's Corum. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Xavier Legette. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Here's Dallas straight up the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
This is down on 2nd down. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
At their own 27-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Connects on the crosser. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Stafford now off the play fake. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Corum straight ahead. And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Throwing the out route complete. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. He'll throw it. He finds Adams, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on 4th down. That gets him to 1st.
1st and 10.
They take the handoff now, Stafford. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Panthers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Oh, it's 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Shotgun snap out of Young. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. And now it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Here we go. Hut.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Looking for Tyrone McMillan that time. So it's going to be 4th and short.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Looking to throw. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory. All set to go now from the 35. 1st down throw here for Stafford. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Corum gets it. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Hits his running back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. A escapes the pocket. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's second and long. Stafford from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams get this tied before the end of the third. Mevis now for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Rams take the lead on that successful kick. Here's Evans set to kick this away. He gets with a return here. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Ready.
Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Panthers, first down.
Young on the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. Shoots away from one. Breaks through and breaks away. Along the right sideline, there's space. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a lead just before the end of the third. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. That was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. I don't think they're going to catch him. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Getting another shot at 2 here.
The Rams will line up.
Play action now for Stafford. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points.
22, Panthers 19.
So we're through 3 here. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Baker with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. Red, 38. Hut.
The inside give to Dowdle. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Down. 50, green. Check, huh?
Young to throw it. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. I don't know, Kate, I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Completed over the middle. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at
Ready.
the 40-yard line.
Yellow, 22.
And handoff for Dowdle, running right. Makes the cut. He gets loose down the right side. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point sent in through the lane. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead.
26, Rams 22. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. He dodged the tackle. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
First down now, ball at the 33. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Catch made right side by Nakua. Now he's past the 25. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And they love the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Rams push their lead to 3.
Panthers 26.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Baker with the return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Set, hut, hut.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Set, ready.
Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Got his man. This is McMillan. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Rodney Dowdle. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit. He's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers down by only 3. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Ready.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Red, 38. Hut.
Setting up to pass. On target to his back, Nico Dowdle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Well, he got crushed on that tackle, and now we can see he's in a good deal of pain out there. We'll need a timeout so he can get some assistance and get off his field. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Got it.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. He'll look to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That was their chance to take a field goal out of the picture altogether, Brock. But now, really got to buckle down and keep them out of field goal range.
Isn't this just the NFL?
It is.
I mean, every single week it seems like we're into these one possessions at the end of the game, situations that matter. And now what matters for this defense is to keep the explosive plays to a minimum. Make this other team earn it if they're going to move down the field and, in fact, kick that game-winning field goal.
Start on the ground, Corum. He's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here he is to throw. Setting up the screen here for Corum. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Now to throw. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it up. And the Panthers make the play that should win them this game. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down.
Over first and 10 at their own 47.
And quarterback run here. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from